Well. I hope you guys are doing absolutely fine. Don't you remember me? Come on, I was in the last video discussing on the book In Pursuit of Conflict, written by Evlock Langer. But hey, today I'm with a new book written by a renowned journalist from Assam, Mr. Mrinal Talukdar. And the name of the book is 1962. The language of the book is Assamese, but I will make you understand what is in the book. This book is about the India-China War, which took place in the year 1962. Mr. Talukdar has portrayed beautifully about the history of this war. So, let's move to the review part. Tejpur was about to fall. It was a day of November in 1962 when India was defeated in the hand of Chinese. India was on the verge of losing the Northeast. The then Prime Minister of India, Jawaharlal Nehru, already stated, "My heart goes out for the people of Assam." The entire nation saw the downfall of Nepal, which was the gateway of Northeast India through China. But why suddenly China returned when they were about to enter in Tejpur after destroying Tawang? Did China only want to teach India a lesson? A lesson for Nehru's mistake? Whatsoever. Everyone was looking for the loopholes which led this shameful downfall of India happen. There are so many questions often arise when the India-China war comes into limelight. There are so many untold historical facts which have been suppressed due to political motives. 1962 is a book by the author cum journalist Mr. Mrinal Talukdar, where the root of this war is disclosed with a chain of historical incidents described in a lively manner. The author writes about the McMahon Line, which was always disputed, and it still is. The McMahon Line was created according to Simla Conference in 1914. This line was drawn by the British according to their advantages, but neither China nor Tibet ever accepted this. Even after the British left, India did not try to resolve the dispute. India hoped that China would agree one day. Even the dispute became intense when Aksai Chin was claimed by India. Again, the author writes about the imperialism under Nehru after India's independence, which was slowly becoming a threat for China. Zhou Enlai and Mao Zedong soon realized this fact. Hyderabad, Goa, Nagaland were some examples which clarified that India was hungry to spread its territory. The threat for China started to pick a movement towards war when Nehru started forward policy in the India-China border. Major Bob Cutting invaded Tawang, which Tibet claimed to be a part of their territory. Dalai Lama then wrote a letter to India claiming that Tawang was a part of Tibet. After Tawang, the Major went forward to Bumla, where the McMahon Line could be pushed. When I was reading the book, there are so many questions that came to my mind when the incidents took place before India-China war are observed closely. The book gets into almost each and every fact that ultimately caused the war. China exterminated Nehru's pride by destroying India's defense through three major places in the border. Destroying Dhola Post, and after that Bomdila and Tawang. Walong in the east near Kibitu, Ladakh through Aksai Chin. Was Indian army so weak to fight against the Chinese? Not at all. The author describes how strategic failure and geographical disadvantages did not let the Indian army to win the war. The book discloses how Indian leadership failed to set a peaceful foreign diplomacy with China. How India repeatedly rejected China's request to compromise on the border issue. How Nehru's forward policy provoked China to take a massive stand against India. What ultimately triggered China to begin the war, etc. Nehru was in a blind faith that China would never hit back even if India carry on the forward policy in the border. He believed that they would never come across the mountains to fight against India. In between, Dalai Lama's escape to India also took place among these heated incidents. The loopholes in the leadership of India's defense system is also disclosed in the book. The then Defense Minister Krishna Menon, Army General Brij Mohan Kaul failed to take India out of the trouble. On the other hand, geographical disadvantages on the Indian side led to the situations like devastated transportation in the mountains, very poor supply chain including arms and foods, etc. Above all, the author talks about how the camps were made in disorganized ways. The pathetic troop deployment and failure of taking decisions in time caused more casualties in war. The most important thing was that the Indian army in the ground level was not prepared for the war. In fact, India was not at all prepared for that war, as it is said that Nehru's forward policy was on the basis of the belief that China will never hit back. Besides, Talukdar also writes how Chinese strategy was rich enough to defeat India, how they got to utilize their tableland. On the other hand, Indian army was struggling with mountains. The author Mr. Talukdar also talks about a possible route from India to China which will be far shorter than the Stilwell road that is through Tinsukia, Tezu, Walong to China. He says that the climate and geographical challenges are also less in this road than the Stilwell road. But unfortunately, according to him, both the countries have been ignoring this fact since ages. Overall, it can be said that this book is full of information that everyone might want to know about the war. The amount of books or any written document are few about the India-China war history of 1962. Mr. Talukdar has tried to bring that history in front of people through this work. Coming to his writing style, his descriptions are so lively that anyone will enjoy reading his book. But before reading the book, one must take a look on India-China border at the map. It will help the readers to fit the stories well in mind. Okay, this is it for today, and I will be back very soon with a new and interesting book. Till then, stay tuned.